Okay. Hi, everybody. Final Zoom call of the day. Thank you very much. Here's day 3 wraps up at Coors Field. Just a reminder to raise your hand if you have a question. We do have infielder Ryan McMahon, and we will start with Thomas Hardy.
Hey there, Ryan.
Hey, Thomas.
All right, good. You just working with this setup around here, does it remind you of anything, high school, little league, anything, just, guys coming, going, different times? How weird is this?
Yeah, it's definitely a unique situation. I think the only thing that I could ever compare it closely to is the season we played on the road in the minor leagues. But even that, the protocols and everything that we have in place now are, it's a completely different situation than anything else. But yeah, it's unique, that's for sure.
With fewer guys here, though, when you're on the field, does it help you get in the work that you need at your various positions, and especially first base, where maybe you're not sharing with as many guys as you would during the spring training?
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of like those later times in spring when you're really ramping up for season. It's nice. We have a lot more coaches available, so it definitely makes it easier to get your work in. That's for sure.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yep.
Nick Groke from The Athletic.
Ryan, what's up?
Hey, Nick.
Before we get further into actual baseball, I don't know if you've seen the schedule. You're opening at the Rangers.
Gotcha.
On the 24th. Does it at all make a season seem more real now at this point to see a schedule?
I mean, it's definitely nice to get a schedule. That must have just happened because I saw the guys were sitting down watching that show that was going to release like the opening day schedule. So it's good to know we're going to Texas. But yeah, it definitely makes the season more real, and it's exciting, man. We're a lot closer than probably a lot of people realize.
So much of this is so difficult to manage, obviously, protocols and testing and just spring, training camp logistics. Is it making it at all difficult to be able to see the end point that hopefully at some point you're going to be playing games? I mean, have you thought much into the future very much?
Honestly, no. I don't think it makes it hard to see the end point. It makes it hard to see all your teammates, that's for sure. We're coming in different waves. So, I think that's the only thing that's really making it hard to do. I think everybody's just so excited to be back and, working towards a season happening.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, if you have a question for Mac, just raise your hand. Tracy Ringlesby, go ahead.
Hey, Ryan, now that
Trace.
you've had a year of being a primary second baseman, how's that adjustment come, and how comfortable do you feel over there?
I feel really good over there. I feel like if you ask anybody that question, they're going to say that. But working on year 2, I feel more comfortable kind of with all the basic steps and everything like that. So kind of feeling out some different things. Feeling out different angles still. But I definitely feel more confident in my abilities there.
Do you get a lot of feedback, say, from Arenado, Story, to kind of help you make some of the adjustments?
Yeah, I'll ask them questions from time to time. Obviously just watching them, man, you learn how to work, you learn, subtle things here and there. So, if they see something, they'll definitely come up to me and say something. But, thankfully, I think I've been doing a decent enough job that they haven't had to say too much.
How much have you enjoyed it?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
How much have you enjoyed the position as opposed to first base or third base?
Oh, man, I love it. I feel like second base, you're so involved in every play, man, and it's always fun being up the middle. But, you know me, I don't mind where I play. I just want to be out there playing with the boys.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Kevin Henry of Roxpile.
Hey, Ryan, thanks for the time, man. Appreciate it.
What's up, Kev?
Hey, good to talk to you. Hey, we're going to follow up on what Tracy was just talking about because, we're all, we saw what you did last year at second, and then yet here we are at the start of the season and talk about, well, Ryan may play first if Murphy's DH. And, is it kind of like Groundhog Day when it comes to that a little bit? That, we think you've got you in a spot, but yet that versatility keeps showing up?
Yeah, you know, I mean, it honestly, man, it just means kind of shuffling a little bit more, working with some more coaches. To me, like I've said, I really don't mind, man. I just want to be out there playing. So, you know, I think it's kind of a compliment to our team and, you know, the versatility that we have with so many different players. There's a lot of different ways that you could shuffle the lineup.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Yep, no problem.
Thomas Harding.
Yes, you faced pitchers for a few days now. Anybody particularly stand out to you as being particularly nasty right now? Maybe even ahead of what you expected?
I definitely didn't feel comfortable against Kyle Freeland, that's for sure. You know, he's got that little cutter slider going good. He's throwing a good hard changeup that's moving like a two-seam, and he's not afraid to throw it to lefties. So, you know, I thought he looked really good. And, you know, there hasn't been anybody where I've been like, oh, man, he doesn't look good yet. So, you know, I'm excited for our pitching staff and, you know, the direction they're heading.
What about today? You faced, was it Gonzalez, right?
Yeah, I faced Chichi and, yeah, actually I didn't get in there against Yency. Tony had like a 30-pitch at bat.
And how did Chichi look to you?
He looked really good, man. You know, he's throwing that little cutter slider thing, and I think he's going up with it a little bit more, which makes his curveball a little bit better. That's what I told him at least after. You know, I had trouble kind of deciding, you know, whether to swing or not. So I thought he looked really good today.
Thanks.
Yep.
Nick Grove.
Yeah, before Tony started hogging at bats, when you arrived, you know, looking back, what's the difference between where you're at hitting wise between when you first arrived here, like whatever last week, and whenever it was March 10th? Realistically, how big a step did you take back with your, you know, did you go back with your swing over the 3 months?
Oh, you mean like in spring, like how I feel compared to spring training to now, kind of?
Yeah, from when it ended, from when spring ended.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's only so much you can do. I mean, that's why we have spring training, right? To get you ready to face real pitchers and have real live at bats. So, you know, I mean, you definitely take some steps back, but hopefully it doesn't take too long to get feeling good and back into game shape.
What is the difference? Is it mostly just a timing issue, or do you feel comfortable? What's the difference?
Yeah, so like, you know, you're facing machines and stuff like that during the downtime, and you know, after a while you get the timing of them down and you know what pitch is coming. So it's feeling your swing out, having the timing down and ready, you know, ready to hit different pitches that come into the zone and stuff like that.
And is 3 weeks in this environment, is it going to be, does it feel like it's going to be enough? Are you rushed a little bit?
You know, I wouldn't say rushed. I think it'll be plenty of time. You know, obviously we did have spring training, and a lot of our guys have been working hard to stay game ready. So, you know, hopefully it takes like a week to be feeling really good. You know, I think the coaches are going to do a great job getting us at bats. I know I got at least 5 or 6 at bats today. So, you know, that's ahead of what we would have in a normal spring training. So, you know, it should help things move a little bit quicker. That's for sure.
Okay, cool. Thanks, dude.
Yep, no problem.
Any other questions for Ryan? You raise your hand. Thomas, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to check. You're out here. Obviously, there are no fielders out there right now.
Are we losing?
Go ahead, Tom.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tom.
Okay. Yeah. You're out there with no fielders behind the pitcher. At some point, you're going to be playing real games against an opponent with no fans out there. Have you started to get your mind around that, or are you going to have to play some games without the L screen and with fielders out there to prepare for this?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, I'm sure in the upcoming days. I mean, I don't know the exact schedule, but I would assume there would be, you know, some sort of inter squads and stuff like that. And I'm sure we'll move the screen. You know, obviously what happened to Tanaka, you know, kind of scared some people, and you know, a lot of us are praying for him, hoping that he's good. But you know, I think it was just kind of a precautionary thing having that screen out there.
Having played at Hartford, does that prepare the Rockies, or at least some of the younger guys, a little bit more for not having fans? Because I would imagine that you had some quote-unquote home games, other places where there was nobody there.
Yeah, and honestly, we have a lot of guys from that team on this team. Carlos Estevez, Senzatella, Marquez, Tapia, myself, David Dahl. So, you know, we have a lot of guys. I'm sure I missed some people, but we have a lot of guys who have played with no fans before, and you know, had to get the energy up and lock in and, you know, focus and go out there and try to win a game.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yep.
Ryan, thanks a lot for this. Thanks, everybody. We will talk to you in the morning.
See you guys. It was weird not seeing
Good
you in
night.
person, but hope everybody's
All
well.
right.
See you guys.